is Sergei Oberg. I am speaking against the Rockefeller Drug Law. My mother, Arlene Oberg, was arrested and sentenced to 20 to life under this terrible law. This law is burning lives and destroying families. I am also speaking for the other victims of this law, the kids.
Once I was going up to Bedford Hills, and I met all these people up there, then one case was worse than the next. And I realized that how many people are doing unjust time. And so since that time, for 22 years I was a judge, putting people away. Now I'm trying to get them out.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, all right. I'm a retired Supreme Court judge. I retired in 1992. I served for 22 years in Manhattan in the New York State Supreme Court. And most of that time, I handled criminal matters. There is a chance this year. I was very happy to hear that just Judge Kaye, who's the Chief Judge of the Court of Appeals, has recommended some changes, at least that the appellate division should consider these 15, 20-year sentences and perhaps reduce them, give them the right to reduce them to 5 years. I don't think she's going far enough, but this is a very important move because normally the judiciary does not get involved in legislative matters. And it's obvious that Judge Kaye understands that this is an unfair law. The way it stands right now, the way she's explained her recommendations, it would only affect people who have just been convicted on their direct appeals. I think that that's not going far enough. I mean, I think it would be terribly unfair to use that law to people who were just recently convicted and not help people who've been in prison for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years. I mean, I've been trying to help a woman, her name is Jan Warren, who has been in there for 12 years, never been in trouble in her life. Shouldn't she be considered? No, I think that something should be done in regard to the men and women who are in prison right now serving these draconian sentences under the Rockefeller law.
The Cancer Fund is involved in this project because of the institutionalized racism at its core. Although there are 3 times as many white cocaine users and twice as many white crack users as black, in New York State, blacks and Latinos make up 95% of the prison population.
Down there, all right?
It's those kind of statistics that speak for themselves. There are just too many people in prison, too many families that are being destroyed, and we have to try to do something about getting these people out of jail and putting discretion back in judges so that they can give sentences that meet the crimes for nonviolent first-time offenders.
I have a bill that repeals the Rockefeller Drug Laws, and it is introduced. And unlike some of the other efforts, we allow these situations to go back so that people who are now incarcerated may have appeal and review if my bill passes. We don't need a bill that leaves people in jail. We need to correct what goes on in the future, but we must go back to all of these families and say there is hope.
Even the George Pataki had to come up with a wedge to drive between, well, we'll reduce it maybe to 10 years, but if you give up parole, you know, that's simply a wedge. And the only reason he even came up with that and opened his mouth about it was because of all the vigils, the demonstrations in Albany, all over. And people, you know, people are coming out against it. The judges, the American Bar Association. It's an issue that he can't avoid. He just can't avoid it.
You've been all over New York State with this vigil?
Yeah, I've been in Rochester, I've been in Schenectady, I've been in Buffalo, I've been in Utica, I've been in Albany.
What kind of response do people have when they hear the story?
If they bother to listen, they can't believe it. Like, for instance, I tell them, this man, no previous conviction, no violence, is still in prison 23 years. They say I'm lying. They can't believe it. They can't believe it.
So we're waging a relations battle against
Let your children free, 'cause that's the way they ought to be.
My kids, I got 3 kids, they need the father. He got 15 years allowed. This is a lot of time for my husband. Everybody, please, their own family needs their father and their son. I'm sorry, I can't speak more.